What did we do before smartphones? More than you might think. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Perspectives. Today, we're going to take a trip down memory lane, back to a time before smartphones ruled our lives. Imagine this. Somebody wanted to reach you. They had to wait. Or maybe they'd stop by your house just to see if you were home. Photos weren't instant. You'd finish a roll of film weeks later, forget half the shots you took, and then laugh when most of them came out blurry anyway. Road trips were scribbled directions on a piece of paper, not GPS. School binders were decorated with collages of weekend pictures, if any of them turned out decent enough to show off. And dating? You gave someone your home phone number. No late night scrolling, no texting, no emails. Just long conversations on the phone, sometimes for hours, talking about absolutely nothing with the same friends you'd just seen earlier that day. Life before smartphones was slower, more personal, and maybe a little bit more magical. Back then, there were no instant answers unless someone happened to know. If you needed information, you went to the library, checked out a stack of books, and marked the pages with scraps of paper to keep track of the important parts. School projects took forever, and that was just the way it was. Even going online was a chore. Dial-up was slow, loud, and unforgettable. You'd know your friend's phone line was busy for an hour because someone in their family was hogging the internet. Entertainment meant waiting too. We had to be in front of the TV at exactly 7 p.m. on Friday nights or we'd miss our favorite shows. TGIF was the best lineup, and in my house, Rescue 911 and Unsolved Mysteries ruled the week. Watching the Olympics wasn't a quick highlight reel. It was an all-night marathon. Instead of text, we passed notes, folded pieces of paper, traded between classmates all day long. What did we even have to write in them? Who knows? But we always had something to say. There was a different sense of connection then. We talked, we listened, we gave each other our full attention. We weren't worried about how our food looked in pictures or finding the perfect angle. We just lived. There was something magical about anticipation. Today, everything is on demand. But back then, waiting made things feel special. It wasn't a burden. It simply was a way of life. And then things started to change. Slowly at first, and then at lightning speed. Cassette tapes gave way to CDs, VHSs turned into DVDs, and houses slowly began getting internet access. For those who lived through it, the sound of dial-up is unforgettable. That screech meant you were stepping into a whole new world. The first mainstream cell phones, those old Nokia bricks, didn't even have text messaging. Plans were tiny and expensive, and going over your minutes felt like you needed a second job just to pay the bill. Music became personal. We burned our own CDs. We carried around these giant cases filled with the mixes we made, our friends made, or if you were really lucky, our crush made for us. And of course, we risked our family's expensive computers for downloads we weren't sure were safe. Every click carried the chance of a virus, but we did it anyway because that was the price of having the latest track. And for me, one of the clearest memories of this transition era came during my first trip abroad. Communicating with my parents wasn't simple. International calls were so expensive that they were almost out of the question. And even internet cafes weren't easy to access. I remember only being able to send 2 emails the entire trip. That was it. 2 short messages to let them know I was okay. No instant updates, no video calls, no daily check-ins, just the quiet reality of being far away and truly on my own. My own experience really showed me how different life was before smartphones. Limited communication meant more independence, more presence, and more patience. And when I look at where we are now, it's clear that technology has given us so much. We gained convenience, answers at our fingertips, instant global connection, the ability to see events unfold in real time from every corner of the world. We can reach people day or night, and social media opened up a whole new way of sharing and building communities. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to make this video or connect with you here without the technology we have today. But what did we lose along the way? In my opinion, we lost a slower pace of life. We lost some of the authenticity of human contact, the realness of being present. There was always pressure to keep up with the Joneses, but nothing like the constant comparisons we see today. Distraction wasn't always in our pocket. It wasn't a problem we carried everywhere. So I often wonder, for all the good that technology has brought us, have we let ourselves forget what really matters? What truly keeps us connected is being present with those around us, not chasing a picture-perfect life that social media pushes on us, and not letting our phones dictate our attention. So, what do you think? Did smartphones and technology make our lives better overall? Or is it time we ask ourselves how to control technology instead of letting it control us? Thanks for joining me on today's episode. If you enjoyed this conversation, please hit the subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. Whether it's nostalgia, history, or culture, I share my reflections every Friday. I'd love to have you as part of the community. Until next time, remember, we are breaking illusions, sharing truths openly, and finding what really matters. See you in the next episode.